Welcome to the season 1 finale of Nerds in a Basement, Descent into Avernus. And I don't know. I don't have a random fact for being.
Oh, is it me next?
Yeah, it is.
Hi, guys. This is my goodbye. It's not my real goodbye. I'll have one at the end of the video. But I'm shipping out. And that's my fact. Bye. Yeah, that was Dylan.
It's Dylan. I'm Kieran. I'm playing David and the Goliath, and I don't have a random fact today either.
I'm Griffin. I'm playing Art Carny, and I'm far too tired for a fact, so I'll just say, if you're a customer and you go 1 minute before a place closes and you force them to make you some shit, go fuck yourself.
Yo, facts.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Sean Hine. I'm playing Dr.Bodyknock, and science is out there.
No,
Hi,
it's good, I like
Dylan, the better Dylan, and I'm playing Garret, and I have a third nipple.
Sexy should show it.
I'm not so sure about that one. Okay, fine. So, just to recap, this is our finale. We are skipping the entire 4th chapter of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. This is my disclaimer, so you can't fucking flame me in the comments. There we go. Okay, we're all good. Nobody gives a shit anymore. So, recap. You guys set off from Baldur's Gate, you set off from El Terrell after you realized your city was missing and you failed like a whole coup thing. If you don't know that and you're starting with the 10th episode, you're really kind of behind. But, anyways, so we have followed you guys into Hell, Avernus specifically, and now you guys have showed up at the place where Lulu, the flying Holophant, thought that it was the Bleeding Citadel, and now you begin your search to find the real Bleeding Citadel. However, in the overworld, you sent a small child to just go run and kind of report on Flint, give the dirt that you had on him. You don't know how that's going. You could reach out to him if you want. If you didn't already see that, that was last week's episode that I actually have to edit as soon as we get done with this recording, probably, because I never put it up. But anyways, so I guess we'll start there. You guys look over and you see a field of writhing trees with corpses on it. And Lulu is still kind of apologizing frantically as you stand there. And she goes, I don't know what we're supposed to do now. I think that we're running out of time. But I don't know where the Bleeding Citadel is. And I don't have any way of finding it. Yeah.
What a
You guys
downer.
Huh?
What a downer.
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
I mean, I don't really know what to do. I mean, if the map had it on there, it would be possible. But I just don't know. I don't have any type of memory revival thing, and we didn't see anything with the head. So I mean,
We believe in you, floating elephant.
You've got it.
If you believe in fairies, and believe that you can find the fucking place we need to go.
Fairy?
It's a fucking hand thing, dude. Just fucking okay.
Yes, fucking.
Just go with it.
Griffin, this is like a genuine curiosity thing. At what time do you go to sleep?
Dude, it really depends. I usually get home from work around 10. And then I'm up for a couple hours because I'm just still got a bunch of adrenaline from work. Usually around midnight or something, or 11 or midnight. But tonight I have to get up at the ass crack of dawn because I have to go right back to work to open after I get home. So yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
I guess we better get fucking going. I would also like to say that if you pay for our Patreon, we'll send you screenshots of the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty cool.
All right. Well,
You're gonna get me scared.
Since no one knows where to go, I will use Golden Guide.
All right. So the way that this goes for you, and for the
Damn
listeners
slut.
listening, you will essentially spend this. This will be your 1 week. This will be your one. This will be your one time this week. But you can take a golden piece and essentially throw it up into the air, and you can say what you want to find or what you want it to find. You can either say that you want it to just go to the next place on the mission. You can say that you want it to go specifically to the endpoint. You could say that you want it to take you to Flint's mom's house. Even it's up to
I
you.
ask it to take me to the nearest Chili's.
No,
Why Chili's? Like, go to Moe's.
No,
I
because it's for
love
the main.
Chili's.
Exactly. All right. I'm gonna ask it to take me. Oh, fuck. What do I want to ask it? I'm gonna ask it to take me to Zariel's sword.
oh, you're just gonna okay. Yep, that's fine by me. That's kind of in case you haven't been able to tell. That's kind of the whole fucking plot. I don't know why I'm acting like I didn't know. Perfect acting. Honestly, we should give Kieran a fucking Emmy for this shit.
We
Okay,
really
yeah.
I
should.
hear a whisper in my ear, and I hear demonic voices telling me, "Go to Zariel's
Yeah,
sword."
you hear your fucking god saying, "Dude, we got like 2 hours to do this shit. Just go." Okay, so
Just
um,
go.
you hear Gregor as he comes. He says, "Are you sure that this is where you want to go?" And you say, "Yes," because fuck you, I just decided for you. And he kind of casts some sort of enchantment on it. He says, "Would you like to appear where the coin lands, or would you like to chase it?"
Both.
Can my entire party come with me, or am I just gonna like strand them?
I mean, yeah, I still do kind of feel bad for like turning your kids into gold, so I guess we can do that, and that's fine then. Yeah.
All right, it's cool
And
then.
he just kind of
Damn, Gregor.
you all feel kind
Fucking
of
dick.
wonky, and he says you guys are gonna have to wait here, and essentially you guys just wind up in this waiting room as a gold piece just starts flying. And about an hour later, it will land.
Does it have some nice like waiting music?
It
Yeah,
does have.
elevator music starts
It
playing.
has. It actually
Yeah.
has the elevator music from last time.
No, our
Yeah.
fucking theme song is playing in it.
Perfect.
Perfect,
Beautiful.
Roger. I mean, anyways.
Roger?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Dylan's probably not looking in the chat right now. Anyway,
No.
so you guys look, and as you warp there, you are kind of in this little space tube, and Gregor goes, you and you two know what you have to do," and he looks at Chadwick, and he's gonna look at David and he goes, you two know what has to happen here, don't you?" The
Yes.
rest of you are just kind of
Yeah.
like looking at them because you don't even know who Gregor was. You barely can like you don't know what's going on right now.
I barely know who he was.
Yeah, he's the guy. You remember how you cried on David and
Oh, yeah.
because yeah, he goes. You guys know that you can only free Tarina if you essentially relieve Zariel of power in Avernus,
Oh,
and that's a little tough. Either you have to kill her, or maybe not.
banish
She is
her.
a little out of your league, but
Can I just like rob her or something?
if you just get her out of hell, we'll take care of it. If not, you won't die, but I have to take the sword back after this.
Well,
So,
I will end her.
all right, sounds good.
For whatever that bitch's name was.
So, as the void walls go down, you stand before the dais, atop which glows the sword of Zariel. Also before you are Lulu and the ghostly warrior, Yale. The Holophant is the first to speak. I remember everything now. Idilgen was the last straw. We followed Zariel to Avernus, but the evil there proved to be too much for us. Asmodeus appeared and promised Zariel infernal legions to end the blood war, but she had to give the Lord of the Nine Hells her fealty. She accepted and became an archdevil, but not before Yale and I took her sword, hoping it could redeem Zariel someday. I gave up my magic and memories, and Yale gave up her life to construct this place to protect the sword. Yale's
So
ghost
what's
says
going
you
on?
have faced many trials to claim the sword. I'm sorry to say you face one more, as the inscription says, the hero who becomes one with the blade exists no longer. Which of you is brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever?
Anyone want to call dibs?
I don't really like being
Yes.
alive.
This
Yeah, I
sounds,
like being me.
sounds like a job for someone who has no other reason to live.
I mean, I got a castle to look forward to, so
Are you guys just gonna go home?
Can we make
all just
Lulu?
fucking
Can we
turn
make
around and
Lulu
walk home.
draw it?
Huh?
Can we make Lulu draw it?
She goes, I don't think I can.
I'm just an
Yeah.
elephant, man.
I'm literally a tiny flying elephant. And she kind of
But-
hides behind the doctor and Chadwick because they're like her only friends.
well, that's sad if I'm your only friend.
Hey, I'm her
Uh,
friend too.
Sorry,
Lulu
one
goes,
of
I
our
don't-
only friends.
Yeah, it's sad if we're your only friends.
Lulu tries to talk about it, but every time
Crazy
she tries to
doctor.
talk about what would happen, she like kind of clams up.
Well, to be honest, I'm the one that nobody really likes here, and by nobody I mean the short one. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
So,
I suppose this would be a good ending to my story. Yeah,
Sure.
All right.
giving it
it'd
all
be
to
pretty
the
short.
the line of duty. Nobody's going to jump out and stop me. No.
Nope,
Well,
nah.
good.
Do you guys
Probably
want? You guys see as this gnome
Nah,
is
fuck
just
that, and I grab
walking
it.
over there. Oh, you grab it?
You're grabbing it?
Yeah, Garrett just goes, nah, fuck that, and he picks it up.
Oh
grab it.
no, this
All
is
right.
so unfortunate.
So, the first time you attune to the sword, you are transformed into a heavenly, idealized version of yourself, blessed with otherworldly beauty and a touch of heaven in your heart. Neither
It's
magic or
still
divine
ugly.
intervention can reverse this transformation. Your alignment becomes lawful good.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
that's
great.
a
Good thing I
falling
didn't.
drink.
Good thing I didn't pick it up.
Oh,
glad I didn't get that. Jesus Christ.
That's the
damn
one.
it.
You guys haven't even heard the downside. That's supposed to be the benefit.
What?
Yeah,
You
talking
guys-
to the bug
You
people.
guys can now speak, read, and write. Or you, Garrett, can now speak, read, and write Celestial. You have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. Your charisma score becomes 20 unless it is already 20 or higher.
Nope.
You sprout a beautiful pair of feathered wings that grant you a flying speed of 90 feet and the ability to hover. If you already have different kinds of wings, these ones replace the old ones, which fall off. True sight. Your
fall
eyes
off?
become luminous pools of silver. You can see in normal magic darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, and succeed on saving throws. But there's more.
But wait, there's
So,
more.
the scab around it that
Hold on, wait. It's
Who
resistant
else?
to necrotic and
necrotic,
radiant, or just necrotic?
necrotic and radiant. So, who was going up with him as he grabbed the sword? Was it just Dr. Bodyknock?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. So I'm going to roll 20 d10s.
Okay.
As the scab that was holding the sword exploded and just does this insane radiant damage, and you are hurled 1,000 feet away from the sword.
1,000 feet?
Yes, sir. Anyone want to try and save him?
No.
Wait, what's going on? Who's
20 d10. Well, you just
Something.
watched as the man, the myth, the legend. I gotta look up 20 d10s. Oh
yeah?
my. Okay, 105 damage.
How would we stop him if he's getting thrown 1,000 feet?
You watch as just a
Yeah, are we
ray of
able
light.
to even do anything?
You guys,
Can I cast
I-
rope trick?
I will. Oh,
Can I?
how long does it take to cast? Is it an action?
It's a second level spell.
I'm just asking how long it takes to cast.
Rope, Rope trick
It's
5.
a second level
Let's
spell.
look this up.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
know,
yeah.
dude.
I would
never
love
played
I
I would
was
love
gonna
this
be
to
class
work.
before.
I would love this to work. It's an action, so it takes 6 seconds. You see, I'm gonna say that you can roll a dexterity saving throw with advantage for it. And
Me or him?
you. And I'm
Okay.
going to decide here.
You
what
just go, maybe I should try to save him.
Not fucking 20.
And you get
Oh boys, it was
Hey.
an 8 already, just because you can kind of tell when someone's about to pull out a giant magical sword that shit's about to go down. So
Yeah.
you threw the rope out before the thing blew up, and you opened the portal. As you still take the damage, Sean, but instead of flying out into a horde of demons, and that is what the book says, you actually just fly into a pocket of space.
Okay, that's all right. So I'm out of here for the rest of the game. See you guys.
No,
You can come
wait,
out whenever you
how
want.
many hit points? Oh right. You are no, you'd be alive, right?
I don't think
right.
so.
He'd be unconscious. 'Cause
What's
I
a
don't think you would
bloodhunter's-
have over 100.
What's a blood
Is it
hunter's
D10?
hit dice? D10, so it would be 60. Or no, 6 times 7, that's 56, right? Yeah, no, so he's unconscious. You know that, Griffin. You guys all watched what just happened.
Does me becoming this angelic form increase my height at all, or am I just like
No.
No, you're still a short bitch.
No, it's short.
Sure,
Awesome.
and these wings are like huge,
Perfect.
dude. They're like almost a
Perfect.
burden.
So now you're like super disproportionate. You can barely carry your wings around.
Yeah.
Balance me, this is 2
So,
inches.
as you guys are doing that, who's gonna go in after Dr.Bodyknock?
Nobody loves me.
It's not that big. I think it's
The elephant.
The
It's
elephant?
enough for 8 people.
Actually, yeah, the elephant would fly in there, and I don't think she can save him. But
No, she's not going to save him. She weighs like a good 20 pounds wet.
She flies in, pats me on the head, flies back out.
Oh. let's see. Actually,
You
I
did
think-
a good job.
Dying,
Oh,
bitch.
she has cure wounds. She has cure wounds, so
Oh, yeah,
she can
right.
actually save you.
She might actually do something.
She flies in. Are you gonna let her in, Griffin, or would Carny let her in or keep her out?
Why would I not let her in?
It's a fuck with Sean.
You think our
Fuck
Cardi
Dr.
doesn't our Cardi lets everybody in.
Okay.
It's not like
You-
it's literally just whoever I want. It's not like it's like a special thing. It's literally just like a pocket dimension that I can let people into if I want. So yeah.
So
go
are
on.
you gonna let her or no?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, so you're at
He goes,
9
nah.
hit points now.
Nah, screw this little elephant.
Nah, I
Yeah,
don't want
fuck
either
I
of
don't
these
trust
people
animals
alive.
of real size.
Flies right into a wall.
All right, so you all are alive for about 5 seconds. Bodyknock, are you gonna stay in the rope dimension until like he just turns it down, or are you gonna walk out after that?
I don't know. I guess I'll come back out. And the rope dimension doesn't have much for me to do.
No, it's really just an empty void.
Yeah.
You just walk out with
He plays
Lulu,
solitaire.
and you see your friend Garret the cleric is now like this godly force, and kind of a threat to you, but not really because I don't.
Oh look, so he's now a godly asshole.
Knighted.
You can't smite him.
Don't
I
worry.
should probably. Dylan, do you want to? Would you like to look up the stat block for that? Because I think it has some cute stuff in it. I'm not gonna lie.
I got it.
You looked it up already.
I have new personalities.
Yeah, no, you're
This is
changed.
so
New
good.
new everything, guys.
The alignment.
There you.
The alignment of the sword is even a thing. That's beautiful. I love that.
It's sentient.
Sentient.
You have
Yeah.
another sentient weapon.
have
Now you have a
advanced-
sentient
Oh,
sword
God.
and a
Oh, right.
sentient shield.
Wait, no. So
This
as
is
soon
fun.
as you touch that, you feel the sudden urge to get rid of Gargoth.
He doesn't.
Gargoth.
You almost have to. Or
Gargoth is
you
the
have to.
OG. Why would you want to?
He has to.
I heard
It's
an
a
almost.
permanent
I have-
personality change.
I have to.
I
As
heard
you,
almost.
the rest of you, make me a perception check, except Garret and Dr. Bodyknock.
1 second.
19. Well, plus perception, which is no.
Got
Well,
18.
okay. Plus so 22.
16.
The
So,
backside of an Apple Air case.
you guys watch as a archdevil begins to descend into an opening in the Bleeding Citadel. And you recognize this figure as the person that you have been hunting for the past maybe week, and that is Zariel the Angel. And
I see her descend, and I point my axe at her.
She looks pissed. You feel that you either need to talk her out of hell, or you need to just kill her. And if you don't, then you know that there will be a consequence. But if you die, okay, I'm going to tell you this now. If you die, then Karina and your children will be stuck in gold forever.
Well, I'll be dead too, so I guess it won't really matter too much.
Yeah,
No,
he won't
no,
care
no, no,
about
no, 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 no. They will not die.
Fuck, that's right.
They won't die.
Yeah, but he won't have to care about it. He'll still be dead.
No, because
He'll
I'll
be
have to go
dead.
sit
You
in a
won't be-
plane.
It won't be
No,
on
no,
his
no.
mind anymore.
Yeah, that's not his
Hang on,
problem
I'll
anymore.
have to go sit in a plane of existence, dwelling on that for like 1,000 years.
For 1,000 years until
Oh,
you are
no.
until you're called to kill Gregor.
That's
Okay,
guys.
bad. We gotta
So-
kill this son of a bitch.
I rolled my traits.
Yeah.
I will no longer tell a lie. I have to abide by honor. I
How old was
must
he?
keep a written
Shorthand?
record of my beliefs and the sins that I have witnessed. And
Oh my
then,
God.
Write down every experience in the fucking party.
and
That's
I will
alright, you know.
sacrifice innocent lives for the greater good.
Oh,
Right.
that doesn't sound very lawful good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very
Oh, wait,
good.
no, that's
person.
actually perfect. Okay, never mind. Okay, back on.
And
Perfect for
David,
what?
I rolled for the random properties it has.
Yeah.
They're both. So one of them you have to choose a first level spell for me, and then you have to choose a third level spell for me. And I can cast them basically once a day.
And he also had to take an oath of chastity. So
Oh, please.
False.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna screw you so. No, I'm not. I'm gonna give you Burning Hands as your first level spell.
Okay.
And then your
Hey,
third level
boss.
spell. I should give you the worst spell.
Give him
No,
fucking
I'm
fireball.
giving you. No, I don't think Fireball is a third level spell. Oh
Give
my
him
God, it is.
summon
It
Taras.
Oh my
is.
God,
It is.
Fireball
It
is
is a third level spell.
Hey, guess who just got Fireball, boys?
He
give him
couldn't
summon Dwayne Johnson.
he
Alright.
couldn't he cast fireball with fucking Gregor? Not Gregor, fucking what's his
Yes,
shield
Gargoth.
ass?
Gargoth
Yeah,
is
Gargoth.
the only thing keeping you from completely changing your personality, Dylan. You feel that the sword and the shield are clashing, and you can't let go of either of them, and there is just this war inside you
I
hitting back.
can't let go of either of them.
You can't. You feel that they're like fighting each other. This isn't in the book, but you're also supposed to get rid of the shield like halfway through the first chapter. So
Oh well, I didn't.
yeah. And also, like, the thing is supposed to be just useless, but it's like a 7th level weapon. I'm not gonna just fucking throw it out. Anyways, so you watch as you can't even tell because you're still like dying over there. Zariel is going to walk towards you as Lulu the Holophant is going to start flying around her and is going to start trying to talk to her and kind of just distract her from you guys. And she's rejoicing. And you watch as Lulu the Elephant turns into a mammoth, a giant golden mammoth.
Yo, she
And-
was a man the whole time. I gotta erase like a
Lulu
lot of
the
stuff.
elephant
wasn't,
sounds like
actually.
the Emperor of Man.
Oh, this is a
you
moment.
watch, you watch as Lulu is now standing next to Zariel, but Zariel still has a stern face and is looking directly at Garret, as now she is about 10 feet away from Garret and 30 feet away from the rest of you.
I gotta change up so much fan art now.
Lulu goes, you should give her the sword. It might be the only way that we can, get her to not kill you guys. And she says that telepathically to Chadwick and Bodyknock.
I gotta change the
I say,
tags
hey,
on my wall.
not dying. So I say, hey, not dying's pretty cool. Let's give the sword to the mammoth now.
I tend to agree with this man.
It is only when they talk that you now, Garret, feel that maybe you should be handing that sword over to Zariel.
Why would we want to not take an awesome ass fight though?
Because if you had not just realized what happened, I kind of got my ass handed to me by a scab.
By
that
her, yeah,
exploded.
by her trap. That was her trap that she laid for it.
Yeah.
Also,
she could make a
Kieran,
good trap. She could make a good punch.
in the back of your head, Gregor goes, "If you give her the sword, she might leave, and I might be able to restore your family."
I don't say anything else.
So, Garret, Gargoth is telling you to give the sword to Zariel. The sword of Zariel is telling you to drop Gargoth and the sword at the same time. So, what are you going to do?
I will not walk, but fly to
To 10 feet?
Zariel.
To 10 feet.
Yeah.
While she is
10
on the
feet.
ground. While
It's
she is on the
faster for
ground in
me.
front of you.
It's faster for me to fly.
fine.
Plus, I'm only 3 feet tall, so
You know what? For badass, I'll say that she was already like hovering, and you hover up to her, and you guys are now doing like that cool thing that they do in some fight scenes, and you guys are just like spinning around while flying.
Wait, can I join it?
You can if you want.
I'm gonna
I want to
she
be
said-
here too.
If you guys have wings, you can join, I guess.
I spin up a music box that I've been making for the last
Yeah, I
hour.
know.
Start playing some
It's-
really nice ballet music.
It's like ballet music. It's actually the theme song and the ballet music combined.
But
So,
if you really listen closely, you could figure out that it's just "Flashing Lights" by Kanye West.
Kanye West.
little did you guys actually know that Dr.Bodyknock actually took a visit to Earth. Anyways, Zariel goes, "I see that you have something for me, Garret."
if I hand it over, will you leave? Return to the plane which you belong?
Possibly.
Possibly, she said.
She says, "That's my sword and it's mine, and I can take it from you if I need to."
Bullshit.
And
That
she
does
puts her
not
hand
sound
out.
like she's going to leave.
I want
And
to.
it
She says,
sounds like
"I-"
if you give her the sword, it's only going to make her stronger.
No,
It's
Yeah.
he's gonna attack
You
us.
see-
Bad
So say,
idea.
in the back of your head, you are going to think about the fact that this sword turned you, Garret Shorthand, into a big time church boy. Like you are
Yeah.
lawful good now. This
Do
single
I
sword is
do I
willing.
need to roll insight or
You have a what is it?
20 passive insight?
You roll it on the sword or Zariel, or like use it on the sword or Zariel.
I
or
want to
both?
roll it on Zariel.
Well, that'd be awkward.
Zariel really wants this sword. You can tell that deep down, there is some part of her hoping that this sword will essentially remake her to be, you know,
Good.
big time guy, big guy, big guy,
Big guy.
big guy, good guy, big guy, good
Big
guy.
guy.
But she is not sure if it will work.
I will hold the sword by the blade and extend the handle to her.
All right. Zariel's trembling hand reaches towards the gleaming hilt of her sword. Her fingers brush against it, and she grimaces as radiant light sears her flesh. As her grip tightens, she gasps in pain, then speaks an oath through her tears of confusion, sorrow, and dawning joy. I, Zariel, supplicate myself before the holy light of justice, if it should invite me. I vow to take up this blade once more in its service. The archdevil's words hang in the air for a silent moment, and she glances upward in agonized uncertainty. Then Zariel is bathed in a brilliant wash of radiant light. Her fiery halo disappears, and her feathers burst from her leathery wings. All of her diabolical features vanish as her angelic form is restored. At the sight of this blessed transformation, Lulu gasps in delight and follows her. They're just kind of, going around. So, let's see here. Oh shit! Wait. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Do I
I'm just
lose
trying to. I'm just
the
trying to.
benefits from the sword?
Anything that is specifically from the sword.
Man. Well, hey, now I'm no longer
The
lawful
OG
good.
asshole. Aren't you like 10 feet up in the air? Without
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
you will
just
keep-
fall.
You will
Well,
keep
I'll
your
grab-
no. You'll keep your wings. You'll keep your wings. Anything that's from the sword, like if the sword, I don't really remember much about it. Anything that had to do with its attacks or like its day abilities will no longer be a part of you. Your traits are the same.
Oh, so I get angelic language. I get the resistance.
Yes, you keep that stuff.
My charisma is still 20.
Still 20, yes.
Ooh, I still have my personality traits.
She looks at you and she goes, "Okay, you can leave. The only reason I'm not killing you is because you brought me this. Thank you."
Well, can we
Yeah,
have our
it's-
city back though?
What? And
Like,
she
you know what?
she looks back at you, and you feel in the back of your mind like this searing hatred going through you.
Can I say, hey, can we get like 30 gold for that? Like we did return to you.
She says, "Like
I
I
could
said,"
get a little more than 30 gold if I really wanted to.
she said, "Like I
Ugh.
said, you really don't deserve anything. You deserve to die and be part of my army."
Well, you
I don't-
deserve.
God.
Fuck
Money?
off. Yes,
She said,
bad mouthing a fucking
"Elton,
god
will
right
stay here." I still have the deal that I signed with Thavius Creek,
Okay.
yes. And
now.
she says those chains are tying
Listen.
it down. It is stuck down here.
Oh God.
No. It is
Sleight
actually
of
in a...
hand her.
No. It's in a pocket dimension.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
would like...
What deed?
She
I've never
says-
seen anything like that.
And she kind of like holds it out. This is going to be very difficult. This is going to take a high, because there is actually a... What's it called? Specifically saying that you shouldn't be able to do this. Roll a sleight of hand, which both will have a situation. Okay. She goes, "I'm of mortals. You guys are adventurers. One of you is even holding the Wrath of Midas. You don't need a city."
What kind of heroes would we be if we returned without the city we came here for?
Not very
level.
good ones.
My deity intervenes on my behalf, and I describe the assistance that I seek.
All right.
It doesn't work. It's
Are
fine.
there limits? Okay, I didn't know if there were limits anyways. Okay, are you going... Do any of you have like a persuasive thing? I'm going to have... If you have a persuasive thing to try and persuade her to free Elturel,
David, how high would I have to roll to steal the sword back from her?
steal the sword back.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh, dude, it's in her hands probably
It's
still.
in her
so.
hands, so technically not very high, but I mean,
I have a
She-
question for you.
yeah. What's up?
David. Nat 20.
It's in roll 20. For
What
a
is
total,
your
For
total
real?
of 30.
For
Crits.
sleight of hand. So I
Crits are
Nice.
successes, right? Like crits are successes no matter what, right?
Yes.
Not on ability checks, but on saving
ability.
throws and.
What is
attacks.
your sleight of hand add-on?
It's a total of 30, David.
That is
Total
just the
of
DC
30.
to steal the sword from her, I think, because that is the DC for another thing.
So
Anyway,
technically,
so
since it's a nat
you
20,
grab
so
the
that's
sword
okay.
from her, and now that you become attuned to it immediately,
I'm already part angel.
Oh
No,
boy, this again.
I want to hear
Which is
Sean's
fucking-
wait a minute.
What happened to not fighting her?
Yeah.
Well, I took her fucking sword.
Well,
now
I thought everyone was in agreement
you now
that
have
we weren't
now
gonna
have
fight.
you now have other permanent wings, by the way. Yeah, you have all that kind of stuff. Your charisma is now a 20, and I'll send you the
Damn
alignment
it.
stuff.
I wanted to be the only person with a 20 charisma.
She is going to now try and take it back from you. And are any of you going to try and convince
I'm gonna
her?
cast hold person on hold monster on her.
Old monster.
She has to make
She's
a
just
wisdom
she's
save.
not going to try and do much. She's just going to go over to him and fly towards him. Are you still going to do that? If she's just flying passively, kind of like sticking her hand out. She's not going to.
We'll willingly give the sword to you without a fight, but you must release the city.
And I fly a little bit higher than her. Only way.
She goes artificer, and she looks at Art.
Yeah.
You said that there is no point in fighting for somewhere without a home. What do you mean
Yeah.
by that?
Well, we're heroes. We're gonna go around adventuring and helping people. Like, what's the point if we don't have a place to go back to call home? Like, what are we fighting for? Why would we try to save anything if we don't have anything ourselves?
You see something kind of go through her, and she's going to kind of look over at all of you, hearing from all of you except the doctor. She looks at the doctor and goes, "What's your opinion? You've been very quiet."
My opinion is you want these people for your army, yeah? So that's why you've brought them here to hell? A bad deal or something? What does this matter? You have so many people already, and so many of them have already died. So I keep the rest, yeah?
She is silent, and either one of you can make me a persuasion saving throw or persuasion check with advantage.
Can I give him if I
Either of who?
Either Marinara or Napoleon.
I
had a question. Can they get double advantage and roll 3 times?
You guys can also try and convince her too, but this is just theirs right now.
I got a 16.
You got a 16 total?
Yeah.
Did you roll twice?
Yeah.
She's just gonna kind of actually wait. Advantage, yeah. No. So she goes. You bring up a good point, but still, this is a deal. I see no reason for me to let go of these people. They are nothing but greedy pests.
Okay,
Anyone else
so
have something they want to say?
yes, I do. I just rolled a 25.
Okay. What do you say?
I say to her, it's not just, those people are not fighters. They're bakers, they're craftsmen, they're everything else besides fighters. All the fighters were already sent away, and then their heroes, us, were already away from them. So you don't have any souls that are worth fighting in your army. What is the point of having a town when there's no one there to fight for you?
Besides, you talk and you say they are greedy. They're not greedy. They are simply trying to stay alive. The only person greedy I see is you, trying to take everything you can.
Can that be counted towards in mine too?
Yeah, so you now have advantage. Roll again. Actually, yeah, roll again. You have your plus
He
5.
hit a natural 20, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna get any better than that.
Well, so Lulu is by you, and you should be thankful for the fact that you kept that stupid elephant around with you. As Lulu kind of chimes in, and she goes, "Yeah, he brings up a good point, Zariel. You've lost your ways. I mean, this is not what we fought for. We fought so that way those people that you're calling greedy would be saved from hell and all the random shit that was being thrown at them." And she goes silent, and she almost feels remorse, and you can feel it resonating from her as she pulls out the deed and is going to give it to one of you. She's going to give it to Chadwick, since he is the one that made the winning persuasion.
I have
She
a
says
kingdom.
Hell yeah.
She says,
He
"You
has
break
a
that.
kingdom.
You break the deed. That is the original deed. That will take care of the companion. However, I won't just release the chains. That's a lot of work for me. And I see that I have nothing to gain from it if you give me something else, however. And she just kind of looks to all of you and she goes, anything that would be of value to me, I will go over, break the chains, send whatever's left back.
How about a
And-
scarlet cloak?
She goes, no, I'm sure I could find that somewhere else. And
I whip out
all-
a soul coin.
no.
I
Something
have a
more
bag
important.
full of arms in it. Would you like one?
No, I would need a living soul with a living body. Or powerful enough weapon.
Some experimental elixirs.
No.
Damn.
You see that she looks at the blade that you are carrying, David, and she says, that blade is possibly something I could use, but if you're not willing to part with that, understand that it is of legend. There would definitely be side effect or causation for you not to. It would take a soul otherwise. Your choices are that sword or a life of your party.
I mean, Kieran, how many kids do you have frozen?
2.
You and a wife.
I mean, you only need one kid to be
Worth
honest.
that though?
Hang on. If I give up, because this isn't just like my weapon. This is technically me just using it. If I give it up, is Gregor gonna be like, "Oh, actually, you can't have him back"?
You feel as time stops and everything goes gray. He's staring at you from behind everything. He goes, "Are you seriously thinking about this? I am in your brain. I know what you're trying to do. You are supposed to get him or her out of here. If you give her that blade, there will be consequences. If you fight her, then maybe it's possible. But if you fight
Yo,
her,
just
she
give
will."
her give her your child.
That's what I'm saying. He's 2 of them.
That's
Yeah, just give her the kid.
fucking child.
She says,
What do
"I will."
do?
No,
She says-
okay, you want something, give up the wife. That's even, that's more humane.
Also, no.
You make more.
She says, "If you give me the sword, I will leave this realm, and your duty will be complete. Your time with the blade will no longer be needed. I will go take care of Gregor myself, as I was always wanted to, and I will go save that little boy that is about to be killed." And you now all have the vision of the child that has become very fond of Dr.Bodyknock and Chadwick, and you hear someone shouting "Paolo" as their head is sliced clean off their body, and you see the child trembling in fear from what's about to happen.
Can I say,
Don't
hey,
give her that sword. Don't give her
Well,
that sword.
I'm not fucking worrying about that kid.
Can I
Give
say,
her
hey,
the
is that kid's
sword.
full
He's
health?
fine.
Give
You
her
see-
the sword.
I'm not giving her the sword.
Then
Give
which
us
one
the
of you will
sword.
sacrifice your life for the rest of Elturel?
If I just go cut down the fucking chains myself with my axe.
She shows you fields and fields of demons and devils surrounding them. She says, "There's no way you're getting past that. Not alive. You could probably
Dylan.
make it to one, but
There's a good chance.
there are devils on the chains climbing up towards Elturel as you speak. You also see that part of it is falling into the River of Styx. It seems to have sped up.
Chance that I could get him out.
Get what out?
My boy.
Oh, alive?
Wait,
Yeah,
David.
to one chain, but these are like, there is essentially 6 consecutive battles happening at once.
David, are these chains pulling it down or holding it up?
Holding it down.
I don't even have to be there. I could let him go deal with it. Bring him back. Let him deal with it. Bring it back.
Ah!
She says, by the time you do that, you will have about less than 24 hours after I'm gone before that falls into the River of Styx. If you would like to go do that, be my guest. You won't have a way out of Avernus after.
I can detect portals. I can literally find us a way out.
Probably won't be one.
I'll make one.
It's not that easy. She says
Can we go back to
it's
giving
one
her-
thing to bring devils and demons to the other world. It's another thing to bring 6 lives, possibly more or less, across the material plane.
giving her the sword seemed like a good idea to me.
She says, I cannot say that everything will be fine if you give me the sword, but I can say that from heaven I will be able to spare whatever I can of the aftermath from you.
Lady, whatever you've done, you're not going back up there. I'm telling you that right now.
She says, I know that is why I will have to follow this case. You 6. Or you 5.
Is there any so
It
when
is in the
Dylan
book.
hang on.
Okay.
When Dylan put his head on me, he could see Gregor, right?
He can see.
So
yeah, currently just you two can see Gregor.
all right,
I have
so
true sight, if that matters.
if I let Garret
If you let
Like-
everyone here touch the letter, they will all see it.
if I let Garret touch the letter though, can he like join that little pocket dimension with me so that he can insight Gregor and see how like dead ass he's being?
All right, yeah. Okay, so you give him the golden covered envelope, or like the golden cornered envelope, and you see that his purpose is to A, relieve Zariel of being in Avernus, and B, he has to one day kill Gregor with whoever he recruits by touching the letter. So you are now part of that. And you now see not a demon, not a devil, not a god, something that looks like it wants to be a god standing behind your boy David and in a dark cloak. And he says, no, run. He says, you need to stop him. You need to give your life for this cause. In the book, you are only supposed to be able to give a life. This is my way of, helping you guys out there. But
I asked Gregor, if I give her the sword, will I still have is there any way I can get my wife and kids back? And I'm gonna kick Garret in the leg. Or probably more than me because he's short.
Garret is like
Oh.
like shocked
Hey, y'all.
and awe still. Like it's not hard to get him to pay attention to him. And you just hear him say, I don't know what would happen. It would depend on what happens with this child. And
Which
you can tell
child?
Paolo the Third. You can tell that if Paolo the Third dies, you will probably be in a good enough mood. But for some reason, he wants this kid dead. And if Paolo the Third lives, then he will probably take either your children or your wife, but not both. You can tell that he's bluffing about clear wiping everyone you love.
Hit the children, and you can always make more.
Exactly, man. Somebody's thinking well.
Why is my wife gonna know we had twins?
Not after
No.
all she's been through.
You hear Zariel is now trying to pay attention as Gregor's like, yes, she'll know. She can tell. You hear Zariel's like, no. It was
she
just it just
No.
happened 2 weeks ago. There is no way that she would know. It barely.
All right, we're sacrificing a fucking baby, boys.
Hey,
You watch as
these
okay, so
characters
you're
are
gonna give
very
her the
common
sword?
back then, so she would not think twice about it.
Yeah, just
She-
blame it on science.
Let's give Zariel the letter, and she can just be like, "Oh, screw this guy."
No,
She-
Zariel,
shank-
you try and like give Zariel the letter. She's like, I am not allowed to converge in the realm of Memoriam. Unless you guys are allowed to. They're real big planeswalkers. That's the only way you guys have been able to be in contact with Midas himself, I'm assuming.
Midas, you say?
Yeah. So she goes, are you going to give me the sword or not?
I'm not giving you my sword, but I can give you a soul.
Interesting.
The soul of a virgin, if that tickles your fancy any much.
All right.
By default.
She goes, your
No,
child.
doctor.
She
One of
says,
my twin children that is yet to be born.
You realize that you would be raised in a divine house, never knowing who you are.
Yeah, it's good enough.
It is
She
for the
wouldn't-
betterment. It is one life for the greater good of an entire populace of people.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that like what happens is we don't die?
Huh?
I thought that if I gave my life to you, I'd be dying for this city.
You would be, but
But this
with
kid isn't?
the
The
potential
child.
of a child, I can
That's
take a child.
unfair.
I can
That's
mold.
unfair.
I can mold a child to be whatever I want. You all are lost causes. Your adventurer days will be done after this. I have seen your futures. I've seen your pasts.
I already know what my future entails.
It's not set in stone just yet, but I have a clue.
No one tells me what to do.
Then
Just
give your life. Garret.
chop the head off.
No one's saying that you have to sacrifice the child. You would
Just
be
do
my
it.
afterlife servant. You would be not sent to the River of Styx, not sent to the afterlife. You would be in limbo until.
I don't care about
You
the
know,
child.
this I don't usually ask many things, but honestly, this isn't a good time to be a little bit stingy with your children. Start spending.
I'm sorry, David Ann, but I'm not
I think you lost his vote.
I'm not stepping in for this one.
Is anyone else? Is anyone willing to step in on this, or no? Or do
I
we
guess
have
we'll
is there a final decision?
always make more children.
All right. She goes, I'll take
Can
the
I-
son.
Allow her to take my son, and it will haunt me the rest of my days.
If I
He
killed
gives you a
killed
piece of
somebody
paper.
right now, would I
Kill someone? No.
if I killed somebody in the party, would that count for this or no?
No, it would not.
Do
Shit.
not come close to me.
I was just
Actually-
gonna straight up kill Dr.
Actually, with
Bodyknock.
your personality traits, you feel like sacrificing this child would be the best option.
Do
It is the best option.
Get rid of the child.
You watch
Or
as
the child.
she gives you a piece of paper. She says, sign here, and it'll be like you only had one kid the whole time.
Fucking whore.
David, and
Sign.
we're gonna buy you a potion that makes you forget all about this.
Yeah.
It's called alcohol.
Yeah.
No, I'm just imagining the angel.
I'll
said.
sign the paper.
Are you gonna sign?
Yeah.
You sign it. She says, good. In 9 months, your wife will give birth to 2 children in a town of Dragon's Landing. I will show up and I will take the other, removing the son from your wife's memory, but leaving it in yours.
David,
Okay.
and we'll find you a potion. You got this.
I
All
don't
right.
want to fucking forget. It's called
Yes,
personality
true.
traits.
You watch as the companion has disappeared, and
It's
now
called trauma.
so have the chains.
Listen, I've gone
As
through the whole losing a child thing. You
Can I
definitely
give her
want
her
to.
sword back now?
Huh?
I'd never give her her sword back.
she says, if you don't give me the sword, I'm not leaving.
I go, okay, here it is.
And she takes it
My rope dimension
as
so
she. What?
Did I leave my rope dimension open?
Yes.
Yeah, you just see the pocket as a rope just falls down into your hands. Actually, you're like, oh.
Oh, hey.
She says, "Would you like to be warped to the overworld, or would you like to stay in Avernus?"
I'm good.
I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to go back to the overworld.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
not good.
The 5 of you.
I'll figure it out when I want to go home, okay? You can send these 4 away.
Are you sure?
No,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me. I don't like this guy.
I can always send myself back whenever I
I'm
want.
fine.
Hang on. Me and you are
Now
supposed to
technically,
have
I'm
a whole
the ruler
thing.
of
You
this
gotta come
town.
back with me, man.
But I want to have fun with
With what?
Gargaroth first.
Gargoth.
What if-
I'm
what if
whispering
I
this to
says-
David and I'm
Gargoth
whispering
is
this to
done
David
with
and.
I stay with
Remember, because
You wanna fuck some shit up together? You know what I'm saying?
you feel as Gargoth is actually
I know
going to
it.
say that you should do some killing, but for some reason that feels like a very bad idea to you. In fact, you would almost find it immoral and hard to do.
Yeah, you have to be a good guy now.
Shit, you probably have to go home now.
You know,
She-
I can be a bad guy without being a bad guy. I can let
Mhm.
David Ann do all the
You be
killing. I'll just be
politician.
like, oh, he's dead. Bring him back.
No,
she
because
goes,
morally, your things have changed. So you're gonna be
yeah,
like,
no, you
"They're
morally
probably
don't
trying
want
to kill me."
You don't want to, yeah.
You're not
You're
even
probably
good.
trying-
You're lawful good.
Unless,
you don't-
unless it's for the greater good for you specifically, or
Be a
actually for
politician.
people.
They're allowed to do whatever they
But
want.
what we're talking about is killing innocent people for fun.
Exactly. She
I
said
don't think I
hate
can
this
do
sword.
that.
she
my
beams you
favorite hobby.
all. She starts to beam those four, and I'm assuming Garrett, you feel the voices in your head tell you to go back. Are you going to take Gargoth with you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got this for life, bitches.
Yeah.
You all go back through your elevator from hell, and you wind up on a foggy, rainy street of El Terrell. You hear people rejoicing, though the weather is abysmal, and it is only you, what seems to be a man holding a lantern, hobbling toward. As you watch, as a man that has been attacked, he is a man of the flaming force. He says, Garret Shorthand, I need you and anyone else in your party you wish to bring to go see Zaj. Only you will be allowed inside.
Is there question? Describe the streets around us.
It is. They're all like partying. You are almost on the outskirts of town because that is where you kind of.
So
That's
there
where
is an obvious way out, right? Like I could tell which
you
direction
could.
like to
Yeah, no,
leave.
you guys could leave easily. This is the
Well-
this is the town you've grown up in.
Hold on. So, real quick, it says that I'm transformed into a heavenly idealized version of myself. So does that mean I can be taller?
No,
No,
you're still a
because-
short bitch.
But
No,
it says
Dave.
idealized version of myself, which
Yeah, but that-
ideally
you
I'd
can
be
be
taller.
you can be tall for a half.
You're a tall
That's
midget.
what I
You're
didn't
an
mean.
eel
Like
midget.
I didn't mean like 6 foot. I meant like
Yeah, no, you can grow
3
like
foot
a foot.
6.
You can be
Oh
3
no,
feet.
David! If they're gonna say you have to live with the choices that you made prior to that, so now you get weighed down by
Yeah, no,
all your
that-
consequences. So now you
Yes,
lose.
now you're like 2 feet tall.
no. All right. So, are you going to go with him to go see Zaj?
I will.
I'll go with him.
Now that I am honor bound, I must.
Are Art
Damn it.
Carny and Bodyknock going to go with him or no?
Um,
I don't know.
You guys never really did talk to him. You guys could easily go talk to people that you know in here.
And this party, the way it started.
And the party, the
Hey,
way it started,
Connie.
separate.
I'm gonna like
Connie,
go into the city and like find a shop.
Mr. Connie,
Yeah.
what would your thoughts on going halvesies on a shop? Maybe not here, because this place could go to hell anytime. Literally.
I look over at both of them and say, "Hey, since I'm technically own this place, you guys can pick whatever shop you want,
And
you guys are
Man-
free of taxes."
the man is going to chime up. He's going to be like, actually, the
That
Flaming
sounds like a
Fist.
good idea.
Wait. The Flaming Fist has no jurisdiction over the city of El Terrell. The only place that we would be able to give you your castle, Chadwick, was actually outside of a town called Dragon's Landing. That's also where we got
How
few
far
of
away
your
is it
others.
from my town?
From what? The castle from the town?
Yeah.
About day walk less.
Okay, so I
Probably
can
less.
still rule and like get my taxes and everything. 'Cause I technically own this place. I have the deed to the town.
He does.
It's a weird settlement, but you'll see when you get there. It's perfect for people like you. You'll see.
Yeah, so you guys can
She
just
also is actually going
Oh,
to. She's going to get, or the person is going to go up to Art Carny and Bodyknock and is going to say, "Here is your split deed for your shop." There is going to go up to Garrett and is going to say, "And that is why I'm here for you. You need to go talk to Zaj now." And their voice gets like more tense, like something is urgent and is bad.
wait,
I
am I
don't-
allowed to talk to this guy for a second?
You could if you would like.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to him and say, "So, I technically, by the right of the gods, own this town and village.
Which one?
One Alterel.
El Terrell? How?
You see, I stole a sword from an angel and forced her to give me the deed to the town that your old ruler."
No, if
Is
you,
this gonna
you
hold
have
up
to-
in
no, no,
court?
no, no. Okay, so that was the deed of the companion. If you didn't break that deed, then El Terrell stays in hell, because that's the thing that holds jurisdiction, saying that
I
it
still have
stays in hell.
power over them. That's what I'm saying.
You can say that, you would have to roll a deception check with disadvantage, and that's saying that they aren't gonna take that seriously. Like you're celebrated as a hero. You're celebrated as one of the heroes. Like they know you guys. They are looking for you guys, but you guys are on the outskirts right now, so it's hard to find you.
I got a 22.
22. He says that
No,
sounds
no, that's the wrong one. I got a 20.
all right. He's not going to. He says, "Well, that doesn't really hold up as any type of ownership here, but that sounds very nice, sir. I'm sure that one day you will have some sort of ownership in town."
At this moment, Mr. Bodyknock is gonna look at Art Carny, and he's going to look at him and just go, "Hey, Carny, I could use somebody to walk with." And then he's gonna slowly turn around and just start walking away into the rainy celebration of people.
Yes.
Sounds good with me. And walk after him.
All right. If you guys don't want to stay, you don't have to. For now, you aren't going to be with this group, but there is going to be something that happens. But first, Zaj.
I'm sad that I'm no longer chaotic neutral. I was gonna banish one of them as they walked away just for fun.
Are you going to follow him now?
I don't even follow him. I just fly my way to Baldur's Gate.
Oh no,
No.
he's here. He's like in
Oh.
Altera. We brought.
Oh,
him.
he's fucking here.
We're gonna go massacre
Oh.
him.
You
Here.
are going. Are you going to go with him or no?
I'm going with him. Yeah, I want to see what
I'm going with him.
All of you are going.
So
to
so the
follow him.
the boys are
Yeah.
coming with.
The
You
OG
three-
boy.
You three follow him as you walk by, you see mountains of dead people.
I look over and say, "That wasn't us."
He goes, "No, that was the riots that happened."
Okay, so just making sure that it was not
Yeah,
us.
no. You see that these are the executioners and the Flaming Fist that must have fought. And you see a boy standing outside of a small shack that has kind of been sanctioned off, and there seems to be 4 discreet veteran guards. And he says, "This is the farthest I'm allowed to go, and it is the farthest that any of the others besides Zaj are supposed to go."
Wait, is that the boy that we sent out?
He says, "Hello, I'm." Yeah, and no, he's not gonna say hello. He's gonna go up and hug you around the legs. He's gonna be like, "I almost died, man. I almost died. Don't make me do that again. Don't make me do that again."
Okay, I'm gonna look down at him. This is gonna probably be the most selfless thing I do in this whole campaign. I'm gonna say, "Hey, buddy, I know that you lost your mom, and I don't know if you have a dad. I have a castle. I'm gonna need a few servants, and I need a squire."
He said a squire. He said a squire, boys.
I'm gonna need
squire.
some child's. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna need a squire.
Child slavery.
All right.
So, if you're interested in that, it's up to you.
He says, "Yeah, I'll follow you." And
I'm working my fields, boy.
as you guys are talking outside,
Stirps, bitch.
are you going to go inside gracefully, or are you gonna try and cause a scene and bring them in, Mr. Garrett?
So it's only myself that's allowed in?
Only you at the moment, yes.
No such that it's the boys.
Tell him it's all or nothing.
I will
No.
enter myself at first. Is Zaj in there?
He's laying on a bed, covered in blood and sweat, and
Feces.
it smells like he's about to die. You can tell from the air that he is most likely going to die. And
Put him out of his misery.
he says, he looks over at you and he says, "I have a proposition for you." And he says, "I gave you that healing potion." And he sees it like kind of sticking out of your adventurer's pouch. He's like, "I need that healing potion." And you are holding Gargoth, correct?
Hold on. A healing potion?
The healing potion that he gave one of you. He gave one of you a large healing potion. I'm gonna
That's
say
me.
that. Okay, he's gonna say, "Go grab it."
Can I just come in with him?
Wait, no. Before you go out the door, are you holding Gargoth? Or is he just on your back right now?
I'm always holding Gargoth. It's just nature.
Permanently
now.
welded to your hand.
Yeah.
Garret, I don't
Yes.
think you should go get the healing potion. As you feel, for the first time since you've held that sword, your alignment begins to fix towards what it naturally may be. A chaotic, neutral man who just wants to be a commander of an army and be the leader of the Flaming Fist. And he sees a glint in your eye and he goes, "No, listen, if you're gonna try and do that, I don't know. I can do something. I will make sure that." And then he just kind of looks over and he says, "Fuck it, whatever. This is your chance. If you want to run the Flaming Fist, you gotta kill me and show me that you don't have weakness."
I gently fly over to the bed.
And brutally cut his head off.
I stare down at his face. And I just take my pointer finger, touch it to his forehead, and I cast Inflict Wounds at 7th level.
He was at 1 hit point. As you see him and he goes, "Fucking adventurers." And he falls back. And in his hand, he has 2 letters. Or in his hands, he has 2 different ones. One saying heal potion, and the other says the other situation. And inside the one that says heal potion, if you look, are you going to look or no?
Yeah.
There's a letter thanking you, promoting you to be his co-leader of the Flaming Fist. Is the second in command, actually, of the whole army. And the other one is the overall officer of the Flaming Fists package, like the pin and the certificate saying that you are now the leader.
I close his eyes with my fingers, and I put 2 gold coins on his eyeballs.
All right.
And I fly out as the commanding officer.
You have the pin on.
Yes.
As you fly out, the 5 guards besides your own party that knew what was happening, that knew that one of you had a heal potion that they could have used to save him, look at you in disgust until they kneel and they say, "Officer," and then they get back up. Paolo doesn't understand what's happening. He's too young. But
These 5, depending on if my alignment goes back or not, might not be long for this
it
world.
doesn't go permanent. But, you know,
So I do go back to lawful good at one
you
point.
will go back to lawful good.
Not
But
yet.
they have no proof. They have no proof that you actually killed him. For all, because inflict wounds, last time I checked, that's just like it has more cuts. On top of the giant slash that he had through his own stomach, it's negligible. There's no difference. No one will know that you are the one that killed him. They'll just think that you didn't get to him in time.
So I'm gonna look up at Garret and say, "So are we back into, or are you just gonna be the leader?"
I think I'm back in, right?
That is up to you. He says, "If you would like to find Flint, we have had a ranger tracking him all day. He is on the side of the city."
I'll deal with Flint myself.
Oh, come on.
Asshole.
With David and
Ah, yeah, that's what I'm
Are
hearing.
you taking Chadwick or no?
if you'd like to.
I want to go. I want to kill some people.
All right.
So you're both back in, boys?
We're
Yeah.
back in.
Final hurrah.
All right.
One last one before we part ways?
It's not gonna part ways. I'm gonna be your fucking general.
I know, I was just making it dramatic.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
The fog is almost too dense to see through, even with your
True sight.
true sight. It's annoying. It's an inconvenience to you. It's almost nothing, but still, you can feel this kind of mournfulness in the air. You
Oh,
can
oh
feel
my god.
something's going wrong.
He doesn't even have regular eyes now, it's just silver. And same
Yeah.
with
The two of them also have silver eyes. now.
Chadwick.
My eyes were already like goldish, weren't they?
Yeah.
So now they're just silver. I'm just like,
I mean, yeah.
I got downgraded.
I'll say that you can have the like pools of gold. They just won't have just a gold aura to them. They'll just be gold instead of like just a little bit gold. Now they are fully gold. If you would like that to happen, so that way you're cosmetically the same.
Yes, because I want my eyes to inflict to kind of
Yeah.
like, yes, this is
Yeah.
what I desire.
Let's
Alright.
go fucking kill him.
Yes.
Oh, fuck Flint up and finish where we started.
And we're gonna loot him
okay.
too, because I think he has some good shit on him.
Art Carny, are you still there?
No, they both
The
they
character
are
isn't
both
what I
now
am.
they're now
characters of
proud
Brian.
managers of their own
All right.
shop.
So you guys walk up to the north as you see Art Carney and Bodyknock are perfectly in shape. They haven't taken a single hit of damage. But they see someone down the street, and you are going to see Flint, the one that you saw throw a fireball at the ship last time you knew.
Mhm.
And he is bloodied. He's struggling to walk. He's holding Zaj's sword as well as his own. And he's just kind of grinning.
Does he have
trying to
any?
find
Does he have anyone else near him? Like one
No.
any of his followers?
No, he goes, I'm the last executioner, and I will kill any of you that I can.
Can we roll initiative? I
No,
got
no, no.
something to say.
Can I just cast Blade on this motherfucker?
Go for
Oh,
it.
you're still here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You said
they're
you were
the
on my
ones
shop.
yeah, no, you're not at the shop, but they're gonna stumble right as you guys were. You guys were just getting to that part, the exit of the town,
You know
and
what,
they
David?
kind of caught up to you. What?
I'm gonna roll the healing potion over to him before we fight and say, let's make this a fair fight at least.
Before you do that, you already made the choice to cast Blight, and that is going to be a 9. So he fails. Roll 8d8 necrotic damage.
Awesome.
For all of us?
No, just for Flint.
That's 3, 8. That's it's 11, 12, 17, 20, 21, 27, 33.
Okay, so he begins to dry up. You see his arms, his wounds, his skin just becomes essentially what you all know is a dry sponge. It just looks like he's about to fall over.
But he's not dead?
It could be said that he's dead. He starts pleading to you as soon as he falls down, and he says, "Please, please, please, just let me go. I won't come back. I'll go anywhere else. Anywhere else. You can maroon me. You can do whatever you want. Just don't kill me. Do not kill me. Please don't kill
Okay,
me."
so I'm gonna look over at Garret and say, I'll let you have him.
I look over at David. You being my new general. And he just gives a thumbs down. As if like in the arena.
Gladiator movies.
Yeah.
All right, David Ann, what's your move?
Am I killing him or are you killing him? Or you gave
Garret just stands back or
you gave
hovers
me the
back.
thumbs down.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Most brutal way you can.
I'm gonna rage.
Holy fuck. Okay, just yeah, go for it.
God bless me for a nat 20 for the sexy brutal critical.
No fucking way. Okay.
I swear to God, imagine.
Well, even if you didn't have anything added on,
Well, that's a 26 to hit.
just
Yeah.
hits, man.
You know what? Just for
Just
shit, just for shits and giggles. Fuck half of his HP. How much does this bitch weigh?
How much does he weigh? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, you want to turn him into gold?
Yeah, I'm destroying half of his HP.
Oh, okay.
Or
think
I'm
he
doing
had
that
1.
2 week thing.
Let me look for this boy. Let me look for this boy.
I didn't get an opportunity to use it, so it's gonna be now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. You poor thing. You didn't get your unlimited fucking gold. Fucking.
We should have went on a massacre down.
Tragic. I'm gonna get like 3 gold.
You're gonna get 990 gold. As you still do half damage to him, which since he has 2 hit points left now, because of the blight, he just pours gold out of his mouth, and his arms begin to turn into gold pieces as he just melts down, and all that is left of him is 1 eyeball and 990 gold pieces.
I'm gonna pick up the eyeball and look straight at Garret, and I'm gonna crush it in my hands.
Make a strength check.
I'm raging, by the way.
Advantage.
I hope he gets a 1.
I hope not.
Fucking 15. No, wait. Yeah, 15.
It
To
takes
crush
2,
the eyeball.
but yeah, you just crush it easily. And now we go into our epilogue.
Wait. So how does that gold get divided?
Oh wait,
Oh,
shit! I
wait.
lied.
We just finished going to the epilogue with me crushing an eyeball.
No, actually, there's more to it, but
I was debating if I wanted to make this an actual fight or not, but it's almost midnight, so I was gonna cast heal on him so he'd gain 70 hit points.
That's what I wanted. Just like a good fight. Just
And then we would duke it out.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't know if I'm just gonna. I don't know. Okay, so actually, all 3 of you, will David and allow the doctor and Art Carny to touch the golden crested envelope or no?
No, I'm not going to curse them with that fate.
Yeah. As soon as they're gone, you 3 are standing there, blood soaked, hell soaked, just soaked in everything. And Gregor appears before you.
Is this the fight?
No,
Nah.
it's not. That's not for
Uh,
centuries more.
Peace out, boy. Good night.
Peace, homies.
This is
Alright.
sad. That's literally just the OGs now, boys.
Yeah, okay,
It's
so for
the
those of you that don't
OGs.
know, this is actually satisfying to me. We've essentially knocked down, because we recorded this one on Discord, we've knocked down to the original 3 of us, or the original 3 adventurers that I was worried was going to have a tough time succeeding, and then we cut out half the fucking fights in the adventure. Anyways, he goes, hey, you
Stop.
gave her his soul. I don't know if I appreciate that enough. How about
The
this?
deal had to be made.
A deal had to be made. Now, my question is, did you want that Paolo kid to live?
I have no preference for what he does. My friends care for him. So I care for him.
He says, in Mythos we have a saying, and I don't know how it would translate into this language. Something about never trusting a fox when they're in the hen house. And he goes, I think that among you adventurers with these golden sealed envelopes, someone is going to fold and tell me what they say. I can't see them, but you could tell me. And he's going to look at all three of you and he says, why don't you just slip it? What does it say?
Wait, what?
I unroll the scroll and get a good look at it, and I roll it back up, and it says, "Go fuck yourself. Give me my wife."
That's when Gareth and I both pull out our weapons.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, just for the sake of telling you, Dylan, because you weren't in the one shot. He's an Empyrean, or had the stat block of an Empyrean, which is a level 20 creature. So,
Garrett just calmly is like flapping his wings still.
yeah, he goes.
This is not a fight we can take. We're not gonna be like, let's not get aggro with him.
He says, I had a lot of hope for you, David. Now you just disappointed me. But deal's a deal. Give me the sword. I'll give you your wife back.
Is he
I was
telling the
thinking of
truth?
this. I don't know. You tell me. Is he telling the truth?
That's why I'm asking the DM because I'm
okay.
insanely high insight.
He has something else at play. You don't know when it'll happen. You don't know if it'll be today, tomorrow. But you can tell that he will be watching over your family. He can't do anything, as you all know now after touching the scroll. He can't go near you after you give him the sword. But he will be watching to try and find out. But
So Paolo's kid is gonna be all right, and
Paolo's grandchild.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right. My care.
He will be all right. He can't do anything unless someone makes a deal with him. And since you guys will be passing off the sword, you have won against a god. Are you going to give him the sword or keep it?
My axe and watch as it turns back into a sword, as it transitions between us.
He says, it's been fun. And he just kind of snaps out of existence, and behind him is a golden statue. And as the gold melts away from them, disintegrating as it hits the ground, Tarina just goes in to hug you again. And the golden tears on your body are still there, but sometimes it's better to keep the scars.
Wait, so David, whatever happened to my girl?
Rhea?
Yeah, Rhea.
That is going to happen. We're about to go into the actual epilogue. This is
Oh my god!
That's dead ass got me emotional right now for no good reason. Fucking Tarina coming back.
I know.
Hey, bud, when we do my campaign, I'm gonna have it. I'm planning on it being a longer one, and they're gonna build a lot more connections. So
yeah, no, that was the only problem I had with cutting it into 10 episodes, was the fact that it wouldn't be like as deep with the characters. But it was fine. I think
it sucks that we had to cut out a lot, but it's what we had to do. I mean,
yeah,
it happens. All right,
life is
Who's
life.
ready?
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
And I get hurrahs and a bunch of fucking workouts.
So, as the viewer disembarks on their journey from Elturel, they see 1 year later on the screen. And you go to a castle by a town formerly known as Conyberry, now known as Dragon's Landing. You see a shop, and running outside of it are a doctor and an alchemist making different toys for kids, passing them out to the orphans, actually, and just local kids. You see them give them to a familiar man that you know as Paolo, who is now about 5. He goes back in and gets hard back to work, and so does Art Carny. The doctor and the artificer have finally been able to go back to doing their experiments on their own.
Sanctioned, I
Garret,
hope.
sanctioned,
Sanctioned?
yes. You watch
Unsanctioned.
as a raven flies from the shop over to a tower where Garret Shorthand and David And are currently discussing the plan on how to take care of the current relocation problem. A fear from El Terrell being moved back into Avernus has caused a giant migration all over the Forgotten Realms. They are currently trying to work this out, and they are currently known as the most well-loved rulers of the Flaming Fist and have even given it a good reputation. Finally, we fly over to the castle Lord Chadwick, and outside of a small city where dragons land and adventurers settle, him and his wife Rhea have settled down as they are hosting a dinner with several adventurers, some familiar to our listeners, some not. And as everyone comes in, you see a young woman and an extra seat that has been left empty next to her. The child is about 3 months old. Another high chair is next to her, where Tarina and David And sit, and so do Chadwick, the doctor, artificer, and Garret Shorthand at the head of the table, telling war stories and retelling jokes.
What about hold on. What
What's
Fucking God.
Oh, Lorella?
Yeah, you guys.
Lorella. What about Lorella?
You watch as Lorella brings in another round of some hard alcohol for you boys as you all sit down and actually break out into a game of bone.
This cheater, I already know he's gonna win.
Yeah,
Where I
The
add to my
same-
gold pile.
yeah. The same way you went in is the same way you boys go out. As the camera inside of your mind falls out of it, see that the Forgotten Realms is at least temporarily at peace. And that's it. And thank you for listening. This is the end of season 1. I will not be DMing the next season by any means. I will be playing. We're gonna have our boy Dylan give us his farewell. Would just like to say though, if you're interested in starting your own podcast, no matter what it is, Dungeons and Dragons, just setting off rockets, doing whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be nerd stuff. It could be talking about sports. You should talk to the people at Podbean, and you should use our discount code NERDS to actually get a free month of their premium service. With this premium service, you can advertise your thing on Spotify. You can advertise it on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. All these different places you can plug your podcast, get recognized, all that different stuff. And we are lucky enough to be their affiliate now. And actually, when you do that, it does help us. We do get a small benefit, but it all goes straight back to the podcast as we intend with any sponsorship. And I'm gonna pass the floor over to you three. See if you two have anything to, or you three have anything to say.
I'll let you guys go first. I'll be the last.
Dylan, you got anything to say?
Well, I look forward to new adventures, but we'll always remember our best ones. And I am sad that Dylan has to leave.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's going to be really different because I think for the main 4 of us, it's been the 4 of us for
It was
a
us
while.
OGs.
Like
We
3 years.
started
And
this.
now this is going to be one of our last adventures for a while.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's definitely
But when
sad.
you come back, Coop, you're coming back on the podcast. No matter what. I don't even
I
give a
am. Don't
frick
worry.
what you say.
'Cause I love doing it. It really is fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of guys hanging out and just playing.
It's
Having
kind of
fun.
funny that like this podcast just started off as like, yeah, you guys want to like make a podcast, and now like I don't know, Before it kind of seemed always just like a joke, and now that it's like actually a thing, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
It's a good thing to do with your Sundays, even though now we're recording at 12 a.m. and technically it's Monday and I haven't had anything.
We record when we can, folks.
Yeah.
We record. I'm sorry for those 2 week gaps, and then we have like 3
Yeah,
episodes
it
coming
was
out.
it's a bit iffy, but I think our schedules will
They're gonna solidify, especially
Hopefully
over
it'll even out a little more.
yeah.
Hopefully we can get some other things up on our channel too soon. Branch out from just D&D a little bit.
And who knows? I might be
Warhammer.
some small messages out.
Yeah. You guys should check out our Patreon too if you want to see.
If you want to see screenshots of the chat.
If you want to see screenshots of the chat.
You
Which,
can also listen in to our private sessions when we are not recording for our podcast.
Which I think I'm gonna run a Call of Cthulhu system actually. I don't know.
I really want to play that campaign. It's gonna sound fucking dope.
But I mean, you guys are first. The main podcast is gonna be who's next. You're next, right, Kieran?
We gotta
Um,
talk about that. Do we want to do yours first, Kieran, or do we want to do mine? Because I know that I'm not fully prepared yet. I still have to do
well,
some more things.
my thing is I need you guys to help me a little bit because I've never
Yeah.
DM'd before. So,
I'll help.
well, hang on.
I have to read it first.
Yeah, season 2 is gonna be that's the one with rat and stuff, right?
Season
Is
2.
that
I
one
don't know if we can put season 2 out now. It's up on just because season 2 right now we have
Well,
have
we'd have to
4
get
episodes
Ella back
recorded,
for that. So
and that's possible. It's just I have to go in and now like that's why I'm so behind on editing because I was trying to re-record all of or like record ads specifically for each of the previous
Yeah.
episodes and then trying to find a way to upload that ad so that way we cannot have to take down all of our old ones just to put it up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's up to you guys. We can talk about it later. Anyways, you want to give your farewell speech before we disconnect and call
I
it
guess
quits?
this is my turn.
yeah.
Yes.
So when I first started playing D&D, I thought it was just gonna be really complicated. Really is still. I don't really get math and numbers. That's mostly what this is.
Yep.
But it's been an amazing experience. I love doing it. It's just a great way to spend your weekend, just hanging out with friends and telling stories and everything. It's sad that I have to leave, but life is how it is. I love the guys that listen to us. I don't know why you want to listen to us. It's just a bunch of guys yelling at each other the whole time, but
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess that's how all the big guys started out anyways.
Yeah.
So thank you for this experience. Thank you guys for being my friends and help me through some rough patches, but thank you. And goodbye.